Welcome to the Games Conversation channel. My name's Josh.
And I'm Paul.
And we are playing through Metroid Prime as featured on this beautiful magazine. You could win this magazine. Simply comment below as we play through the game. We love the conversation, so join us.
So we arrived into Phendrana.
Phendrana.
And on the back side of this cave is where we fought Mr. Rock
The
Monster.
Thunderdome.
But we're headed in this direction.
Here we go.
The spider ball. And
Ugh.
not that door. Not that beam.
Wrong beam. Wrong beam.
Here we go. Ice beam. Oh, cool.
Oh, do I see a...
This ice blocks a tunnel. A blast of heat. Should be able to clear it out of the way.
Foreshadowing.
I like this music. And then they're making me switch immediately back to my wave beam. Interesting choice. Yeah, so we'll need heat to get into that, to get whatever that energy tank is. Alright, I think, well, this is a brand new area. I thought we'd been here before, but sometimes these tall cylindrical rooms,
yeah,
I mix them up in my head. So I know we've done a couple in like the foresty area.
Right.
Not here yet.
How do you feel about snow levels?
No, I am a big fan of snow levels.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
And I think, I mean, there's a lot of good ones. For me, like one of the ones I go, like, just have a lot of fond memories for is the snow levels in Donkey Kong Country. They always have like good kind of serene music, and I think like there's at least one, if not maybe it's all of them type of thing, but there's at least one where as you progress through the level, the snow gets heavier, so like your vision is kind of more obscured.
Yeah.
I always just think like that was really cool. What are these things? Nothing? Are they nothings? Weird.
What are they?
Are they not anythings? Oh, that was something. Maybe we already know it.
I certainly don't remember it. If we do.
Weird.
They are fast.
So, oh gosh. Oh.
What is it?
This is the place we got the, what is it? The thermal, the heat visor.
Oh.
I think that, is the power still off? Yeah. So I don't want to go in there. But nice to know
Wasn't there something in there that we did not achieve?
Yes.
You said there's no way to go back.
Well, you can do it, but the power's off, so it's like...
really difficult.
Yeah, it feels impossible to actually... Because you had to roll on like this specific morph ball path to get a missile expansion, and it just seems like it was going to be real hard. Because you had to do it in the dark.
Yeah. That'd be tough.
It's possible we'll go back, but now's not the time. Oh. Hello, little friend.
So my brother's family, they got a Nintendo Switch for Christmas.
Oh. At your urging, maybe? Gravity pulses. That's where we're headed. Gravity pulses.
Oh.
Gravity chamber. Nice, okay.
We're here. It's taken a little while, but we made it.
We did. New creature, glider, docile airborne creatures with unusual magnetic properties. Gliders live a relatively peaceful existence. They have a magnetic signature attuned to common grapple beam technology. The sport of glider riding involves using a grapple to attach to a glider, then staying on it as long as possible. The sport. How are sports... Oh, hold on. A new creature... Hunter Metroid, Adolescent Metroid, Energy Siphon Tentacle, increases its threat level As Metroids develop, they become more efficient predators. An energy-draining tentacle allows them to attack at a distance. Quick to anger, a hunter Metroid will charge troublesome prey and attempt to ram them into submission. Gosh. Cold-based attacks are still quite effective. It kind of makes it curious why you would be living in a cave of ice. That's just me. I guess
same reason those, electrical creatures choose to live underwater.
True.
It's just
it's the narrative.
It's cheap real estate.
That's right.
They look for the value of the square footage.
So your brother's family got a Switch.
Oh, yeah.
And is this you?
You asked if it was my...
Yeah.
A little bit. I think I told you he got an Xbox 1 year ago. Yeah, I guess a year ago. And I was like, if you look back in our channel, I remember talking about, I'm like, these are not the type of games you want to play.
Right.
Like, this was his first video game system since, like, the Super Nintendo. No, I don't know what... It's been a long time, but for your family, the Switch makes so much more sense.
Right.
But he was asking me... Because I let him borrow my Wii U for years.
Yeah.
And so he and his son loved Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
So he asked... I was going to ask you if one of the new Pokemons would scratch that itch as far as, like, world exploration. I know nothing will
I would say...
be as good, but...
Yeah, it's not as good, but I would say that I've had a similar amount... Well, I mean, it's hard. So anyway, I've had a similar sort of enjoyment with this new Pokemon game in terms of it is fun just to walk around and kind of, like, get lost and... like, just be like, what's over there? I'm going to go over there. So there's that kind of freedom to it, and I think that's fun. And that's a lot of what Breath of the Wild does. But I would, Breath of the Wild obviously is a lot more, like, polished in terms of mechanics and things like that.
But what about the other Pokemon that came out earlier last year?
There's another Pokemon game, Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of people... I have never played it. I've heard a lot of people say that they really enjoyed it and thought it's similar to Breath of the Wild in terms of, like, it's open, but there's, like, kind of more sectioned off areas. So it's not completely open. It's like you're in a zone that's open.
Yeah.
And then... But there's, like, I think the interesting thing about that game is, like, the story. Like, it's very narrative driven instead of, like, I don't think there's any gems or any kind of, you're not advancing in that way. It's more of just like, oh, what's the story of this game? There's, like, this god Pokemon and you're involved and you're in kind of, there's, like, time travel, I think. And,
wow.
So, but that one's intended to be more open world, and it's even got, like, kind of stealth mechanics, and I think they make battling, like, a lot more streamlined.
Huh.
So, yeah. But I've never played it, and it sounds cool, though. Andrana's Edge. So there's a purple cave there. I'm gonna go back because it just might be a save station,
Let's do it.
You hate to pass up a save station when you're
Can't do it.
near one.
Mm-mm. So why'd you choose Violet over...
That's a good question. Normally I choose the first one, right? Like red, blue, I choose red.
Oh.
Gold, silver, I chose gold.
Yeah.
In this case... They revealed, like, a couple things about Violet that I was just more, like, interested in beyond just it being beyond choosing Scarlet because it was the first. So, like, when they first revealed it, it was like there were hints that we were right. There were hints that Scarlet was going to be kind of like themed on the past and Violet was themed on the future. So there's two different professors, and their names are like translations of past and future kind of thing. Even some of the aesthetics of Scarlet look older. Like the font they use is like a older classical font.
Yeah.
Violet's like a futuristic kind of thing. So to me, like the future was just more interesting. That was like a big reason I went with that.
Yeah.
All Metroids destined for phase-on ranges in the mines must pass inspection, or else. Temperature affiliated behavioral index for Metroids is available at all research terminals. Access code. Will you remember that? LIF22.
LIF22, easy. It's right there.
I'm gonna change it to my bank pin.
I'll never forget it. LIF22.
Where was I over there?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You blasted those icebergs down. It's fun.
And then the other big factor, which is, I mean, it's really the same reason, but like the box legendaries, like the Pokemon on the cover, you know, it's exclusive. Like, I thought the one for Violet looked cooler.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which I think is really all the reason you need. Is like it looks cooler, you know?
Yeah, that's how I make most of my decisions.
Yeah.
What looks cooler? But you said when they originally announced it, the theme, has it changed since they originally announced it?
Well, I guess what I'll say is it's not quite to the point that I thought it would be. Like, one is set in the past and one the future. Like, that's kind of what I thought the direction would be. But so I mentioned, like, the storyline with the other character. Like, you help a sick dog,
Yeah.
and it kind of gets into more. The more that it gets into is where I think the past and the future really come more into play. But I don't know that for sure. There's like, you get like kind of an early hint at what they call a paradox Pokemon. And, you know, you kind of get like the sense that they're like one of these professors is researching these, but you don't, it's unlike, you know, like other Pokemon games, you meet the professor at the beginning, like Professor Oak is in your hometown, he's giving you all your information. In this game, you don't even really meet the professor. You meet them like over like a Zoom call essentially at your school.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, a couple hours in. And it's like kind of insubstantial. You know, the guy's like, oh yeah, that guy's a researcher. And then he calls you every once in a while. And so like you don't ever meet him face to face so far that I've played.
Huh.
So that, you know, stuff feels a little bit different in that way. But like in an exciting way, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you're at all used to Pokemon and you have like kind of a traditional background or knowledge, then Scarlet or Violet's like a good place to go. But if it's just kind of like, you know,
If it's their first.
kid's first Pokemon game, I think Legends would be just a neat place to start.
Yeah.
I thought I would play it. Like, I kind of intended to, but just I think I didn't have time or whatever, and just kind of fell off. And then I knew Violet and Scarlet were coming out, so I just sort of held off.
You went that direction.
Yeah. Is it ever like something you're interested to play again?
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all.
What was the intent of that? Those two little things.
Like where was it driving us to?
Well, I guess I'm trying to get to any of those caves, and I just dropped 2 of those stalactites, whatever they would be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so a third. Okay, I didn't see that one. Oops. That worked. All right. Well, I don't know where it went because I'm under the murky water.
Under the murky water.
That's the name of my memoir when I write it. Under the murky water.
Murky water.
Oh, there it is.
Where'd it go?
I'll never be able to make that. How do I get out of here? really want to get out of here.
I know you do. Get as far away from that murky water.
Okay. All right. So we lowered all 3 of the boons.
Ah.
The murky water. The water's almost like it feels like a vacuum. You know, if it's there, you're going to fall.
Yeah. It's like pulling you to it. Just like the creatures that are underwater.
Yes. Just like the creatures.
The creatures.
Findrana. So Findrana started off as like snowy land, and then we were in like Space Pirate Laboratory, and now we're in like these weird underwater ice caves. There's a lot compared to a place like Magmore Caverns. There's a lot kind of like happening.
Yeah.
With. Well, that's one way, you know. One way to meet your neighbors. Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness. It's awful. This is awful.
This is awful. I'm underwater and I'm being whipped.
Yeah, I think I'll point my brother, because he and his 12-year-old son.
That's what I was gonna ask. What age?
Played through Breath of the Wild over the course of like a couple of years, you know, off and on. And I think they would enjoy Pokemon for sure. But this will be their first time playing a Pokemon game.
Yeah, I think it's a good time. Oh, there's something over there.
It's cool to see all the fishes.
The warm-blooded fishes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a different place. I thought it was the same. Oh.
Well, what do we have here?
Well, we have the gravity suit. Oh. Ugh, the purple.
Yes.
So when I was playing Smash Brothers Melee all the time,
Yeah.
you know, Melee was GameCube, Prime was GameCube.
Yeah.
This was like my costume choice in Melee.
Was it really?
All the time.
Oh, the purple.
Yep, the purple. Movement in liquid environments is no longer hindered. Praise the Lord.
Wow.
Oh, and then some kind of gallery. So
Biology gallery.
Not only is our movement like normal, but the water is not half as murky anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The things are just a little more clear. So now
cool.
we'll be able to go back to that awful room
And dominate.
where we fell 1,000,000 times.
Dominate. So your jumping is back to 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Before 100%.
100%.
Before, what would you say it was at? 80%?
No, like 30.
What?
Something very low, like ridiculously
Wow.
so. Could you not? You couldn't feel it?
It didn't seem like 30 to me.
Oh no, it was awful because it was slow. Well, yeah, I don't even think you could jump as high. I was gonna say
You definitely couldn't.
Okay, well,
Because we couldn't reach that ledge. But I wouldn't have said 30%.
you wouldn't.
No, I would have said.
No. Where's the other door? Oh.
Do you need to blast down another stalagmite?
Maybe. Stalag maybe.
Stalag maybe.
How can I get that? Where was it?
What is that?
Let's see. Oh, here's the door. But I was looking up there. Can I just get to it? No way. What?
How do you get it?
I don't know.
You can't draw it in.
No.
Is there anything to blast to create little stair steps? Is there anything that will propel you up to it?
Is it like a tunnel behind it?
That would be my guess. I think you're right. I think there's some tunnel access to it.
From behind.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really see a whole lot of stuff going on, but
Maybe when we can melt things, it'll become clear.
Oh yeah, there's a grapple point, I guess, inside of all that ice
that we need to melt.
I think you're exactly right. I think this is one of those times where you are exactly
I
right.
always am.
Hello, little guy.
Sentry drone. Whoa. He moved fast.
Whoa.
He went from like this calm, relaxed pace.
Like you've seen Wall-E.
Yeah.
You know, the Eva robot. She's just like zooming around, and then he makes a move, and she's
That's a great analogy.
shoot to kill. Oh, what are you doing in here? Oh, I don't want that. This is what I want. Well, that's so excessive.
Too much. Too much.
Why can we not hit this guy? There we go.
There it is.
And then I think there's a door just right here. Is it a
Wave
save station?
beam.
I don't know. No, it's not. It is another opportunity to get underwater, though.
Ooh, look at you moving.
I know.
So fast.
Moving, grooving. So glad we can just destroy those jelly creatures
Right?
without being so hindered now. Jelly creatures. Oh, there's pirates.
Oh.
Pirates are everywhere now. So I'm gonna make my way out of here and try to find a save station. Oh, there's a save station. We'll go that
Perfect.
direction. We'll go that direction. So I think from here we would go back to
That room.
the underwater ship, right?
The underwater ship. Yes.
With
yes,
that room
yes,
in it,
that's what I'm
yeah.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then we can
And-
make our way through whatever was going on there.
Yep.
All those
Those
things
they just
like,
poured in.
Block the door, she'll never make it through. That was weird.
Here we are. So what have we received? So we've got the
gravity
gravity
suit.
suit, which makes all the difference.
All the difference. It makes the
wonderful.
water not awful.
Awful. Or not as awful.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching today on the Games Conversation channel. If you've enjoyed our playthrough of Metroid Prime, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel.
And ring the bell.
Yep, do that. And then catch us on the next episode.